And the losses continue to pile up for the Toronto Blue Jays. They lose 3 in a row. They get swept in the mini 2-game set against the Phillies. And the record now falls to 7 games under 500 at 67-74. And today, Bowden Francis got the start. We were all very excited. What's he going to do against this prolific lineup? And it didn't start out great. Kyle Schwarber goes deep in the first inning. Like, what else is new in this series? Or series, 2 games, whatever. And you're down 1-0 just like that. And then you go to the bottom half of the first inning. After a George Springer flyout, Varsho doubles on the right field line. Then Vladdy doubles to left field, scoring Varsho. So now another extra base hit for Vladdy. And if I'm not mistaken, that is double number 40 for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on the season, which is just an incredible feat. Great for, it's just so proud of him. And then Alejandro Kirk doubles to center field, scoring Vlad. Jay's got a 2-1 lead. And this is off a really good pitcher in Christopher Sanchez. And then they proceed to basically get nothing the rest of the way, other than the 3 doubles they had in that inning. They had 3 hits the rest of the ballgame. Not great. And obviously you can't expect a team like that to stay down, because in the top of the second inning with Brandon Marchand, Cody Clemens takes Bowden Francis deep. And just like that, top of the second inning, he's allowed 2 home runs, and you're trailing 3-2. So it's interesting. How's he going to respond? Well, Bowden Francis responded with throwing a clean 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th inning. And he was absolutely awesome afterwards. For the Toronto Blue Jays, obviously didn't walk anybody. What else is new? Struck out 6. Allowed 6 hits in the ball game. Wasn't a great outing. He was missing some pitches at times. But regardless of that, he gave you a quality start. 6 innings, a 3-run ball. Just your offense couldn't really do anything against Christopher Sanchez and that bullpen. And you lose 4-2. It is what it is. Now, yeah, and then Real Muto in the top of the 9th inning hit a solo shot. That's how they made it 4-2. Anyways, offensively for the Blue Jays, well, there's not much to talk about. Obviously, Vladdy had the double. Kirk had the double. Varsho had the double. And then Spencer Horwitz 1 for 3 with a walk. So good on him there, I guess. And Davis Schneider went 1 for 3 with a double. And Brian Serven with another double, actually. He's been hitting the ball not terribly recently. But he has a double. He was 1 for 3 in the ball game. Look, 6 hits, 10 strikeouts. You walked 1 time. It's not a great offensive day for the Blue Jays, right? But it's what happens when you see good pitching. And this is what we've learned from this Blue Jays team. In the stretch that we've seen the young guys come up and whatnot. How do I put this? When the pitchers are no good, like the guy we saw yesterday, right, for the Phillies. We saw, I'm trying to remember his name. I'm trying to pull it up here. Right, Tyler Phillips. You know the guy's no good. They teed off on him. Awesome. Right, you go back to the Minnesota series, and Bailey Ober, you didn't do anything against him. Right, diddly squat did against Bailey Ober. He allowed the solo shot to Ernie Clement, and that was it. You know, and you go back to, what was that, game 2 where the Jays won 15-0. Zebby Matthews is a rookie in his 4th big league start. You teed off on him. Great. The opener where you got shut out 2-0, Pablo Lopez, a legit good pitcher. So what I've noticed is, when you're facing a decent pitcher, it doesn't go well for the Blue Jays offense. And then you know what that tells me? The Jays offense actually isn't good at all. Right? And look, it is what it is. You know, we've come to this team is 7 games under 500 for a reason. Anyways, pitching-wise, yes, we talked about it. Bowden Francis was great. 6 innings, 3 runs allowed, 6 hits, 6 Ks, didn't walk anybody. He was fine. He was fine against a really good lineup. Albeit Bryce Harper left the game after his first AB. I think he hit, where did he get hit? In the wrist? Something like that. Brendan Little went an inning, allowed a walk, nothing more. He's actually been very good recently. ERA of 3.55 as your second lefty. It ain't bad. Hennis Cabrera's down around the 3 mark. And then you have Brendan Little at 3.55. A different type of pitcher. Obviously a guy with a little less command, I think, than Hennis Cabrera. But I like what we've seen from Brendan Little. Anyways, Tommy Nance, he hasn't been bad either. Clean inning of work, got a strikeout, walked the guy, and ERA 3.29 and a whip of .88. since being a Blue Jay. Now, it's very limited sample size, obviously, with Tommy Nance, and I'm not expecting a 33-year-old to all of a sudden be great for this organization, right? He's been in the big leagues 3 different times in his career. This is his 3rd time. You can't expect much. However, clean inning of work, had a strikeout and a walk. His numbers have been good. You look at his strikeouts per 9. He's got 12 strikeouts in 13 innings. He's been fine. He hasn't hurt you really at all. He's only walked 3 guys. He's pounding the zone. And he's mid to upper 90s fastball. Not bad. Ryan Burr, he hadn't been great. What I've learned with Ryan Burr is when something doesn't go right, yeah, he falls apart. He threw an inning of work, 2 hits, a home run, obviously to JT Realmuto, got a strikeout, and that was it. So that's the pitching staff. We obviously know the bullpen's no good, but it is what it is. We move on to tomorrow, where there's an off day. Thank God. Anyways, Friday they open up a series in Atlanta against the Braves. That should be fun, shouldn't it? It's not going to be fun at all. Kevin Gausman versus Max Fried. So again, Blue Jay fans. The Blue Jays offense going up against a really good starting pitcher in Max Fried. Gausman's got to be good. Game 2 is Jose Barrios versus Spencer Schwellenbach, who has been great for the Atlanta Braves this season. And I think they're like humming right now, aren't they? Yeah, well, 6-4 in the last 10. They won 1. They were on that really big heater recently. And last in the finale, Yara Rodriguez versus Chris Sale, who has turned back the clock. He's 15-3 with a 2.58 ERA. What's his? I think he has over 200 strikeouts, isn't he? 206 strikeouts in 160 innings. Yeah, he's been elite this season. And the Braves are obviously a team fight for a spot in the playoffs. They are half a game up right now on the New York Mets. So they're going to play desperate. They're going to play to beat you down. Let's see what the Jays team does. I have a feeling it's not going to go great, but we'll see. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not the game today, because you're a nut job if you did, hit that like button to appreciate that, though. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok. All that stuff is down below, so follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys, of course, Jays edition on Friday as they're in Atlanta taking on the Braves. Kevin Gausman, Max Fried. 7:20 first pitch in Hotlanta. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and not the game today. We'll talk to you guys then.